4-seeded Brunswick Dragons are hosting the number 5-seeded Hampden Academy Broncos. The Kennebec Valley Athletic Conference, along with Brunswick High School, request that all people in attendance at tonight's game abide by the principles of good sportsmanship. The athletes on the field will be giving their best efforts. We ask that you give your positive support. Help make tonight's game enjoyable for everyone in attendance, especially the people around you. As a reminder, Brunswick is a smoke-free, alcohol-free, and pet-free campus. Fans are not allowed on the field or track at any time. The use of artificial noisemakers is prohibited. Designated team bench areas are limited to players, coaches, and team personnel only. At this time, we would like to announce the starting lineup for the Hampden Academy Broncos. A freshman, number 6, Kelsey Ball. A freshman, number 10, Naya Studley. A sophomore, number 11, Leah Lapointe. A sophomore, number 14, Chloe Watson. A senior, number 16, Lauren Smart. A sophomore, number 25, Kennedy Palmer. A senior, number 26, Kirsten Shane. A senior, number 27, Lucy Withy. A senior, number 31, Zoe Higgins. A freshman, number 32, Natalie Surin. And a senior, number 33, Madeline Hellam. The head coach of the Hampden Academy Broncos is Jason Sharp. And now for your Brunswick Dragons. A senior, number 3, Natalie Cantrell. A junior, number 4, Madison Nolt. A senior, number 5, Elsa Reynolds. A senior, number 6, Riley Hall. A senior, number 7, Eva Kowski. A senior, number 8, Zelda Anesco. A freshman, number 9, Emma Mishu. A senior, number 10, Molly Teft. A senior, number 11, Hazel Bachman. A senior, number 14, Solveig Ledwig. And between the posts, a senior, number 17, Jillian Countway. The head coach of the Dragons is Kevin Bachman. Athletic training services tonight are provided by Dr. Krista Henley. We'd like to remind fans, coaches, and players that all sports around our state are in need of officials. We expect our officials to be treated with respect by everyone in attendance, as they have given their time tonight to ensure our players can play. Thank you for your cooperation and support. Now, would you all please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem. You gonna sing it? Who's gonna sing her? Here it is. Get a minute like this.
Bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Brunswick High School for tonight's girls soccer Class A North matchup between the 4-seeded Brunswick Dragons versus the visiting 5-seed Hampden Academy Broncos. Robert, our first BHSN game of the season, first soccer game ever in BHSN history. How are we feeling?
I am feeling amazing, Ethan. It is so good to be back here. Had a long, it's been a while since I've been up here. Of course, long lacrosse seasons, long summer, long football seasons. Finally back here in the booth. We got Brandon Ware on the camera, Ethan Patterson, and me, Robert Bowen, on the microphone. And also, we'll have Kaz Kaczynski up here. Kaz, I know you will be helping out as well. Kaz, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful, Robert. I'm very happy to be here, hoping the girls can get a win tonight.
Yeah, and we haven't seen, between the three of us, a lot of girls soccer games this year. I'm on the boys soccer team, so unable to catch a lot of those. Robert, starting quarterback for the football team, so he's been unable to see a bunch of games. This should be a good game to see, though, tonight. These two teams did play earlier this season, October 3rd. Dragons came away with a 5-2 win. That was actually here, yeah. So, Dragons looking to get the job done once again.
Ethan, you always talk about wanting momentum going into the postseason. The Dragons were on a 6-game winning streak until they lost in their final game of the regular season, but still hopefully having enough momentum to carry them into the playoffs.
Of course. Looking like a 4-3-3 here on both sides. Dragons going to play it back to Bachman, who's Kowski with it now. She's going to cut across the middle, finding, looks like, Nolt over there on the sideline, playing pass with Bachman. Back there on right back is Shane for the Broncos. Nolt's going to cross it in, and that is stopped by the Hampden Academy keeper. Lauren Smart, a captain on this team, senior, 5 captains on this Hampden Academy team. A bit unusual compared to the 3 on the Brunswick team.
Yeah, Ethan, you really talk about wanting goalies who can catch the ball instead of generating rebounds. Right there, Smart bobbled the save at first, but was able to grab it. That's something to monitor going forward. If the Dragons can generate some rebounds, could get some great scoring opportunities.
Taft almost got a foot on that one, cleared away by Smart. Taft up there, number 10 for the Dragons, senior captain, leading the team in goals this year. Expect a few out of her today. Throw in there is defended by number 5 for the Dragons, Elsa Reynolds on the throw.
That was Chloe Watson with the throw in there, and she'll knock it out of play again. Will she get the throw this time? No. They'll let, I believe that is Shane, do it this time. Yep.
Ledwick's going to kick that out of bounds off of ball. Again, not to be confused with the soccer ball that is ball for the Hampden Academy Broncos, Kelsey Ball, number 6 there. Also, Robert, interesting to notice there's 2 Higgins on this Hampden Academy team.
2 Higgins?
A senior, that's going to be Zoe Higgins, captain, midfielder, and then also a sophomore, Ella Higgins, a forward. The younger one, Ella Higgins, not on the field right now, but I'm sure we'll be getting tripped up by that later in the game. Chance here for Cantrell in the box. She's going to find Nolt in the back. Studley trying to get back there. Here's Teff now. Teff turning. Shot on net, and that is in! Go! Go! Molly Teff turns with the defender at her back, finds the corner of the net. 1-0 Dragons here, Robert.
Ethan, Molly Teft is the Dragons' leading scorer, and she gets the game opened up quickly for the Dragons. 1-0 lead. Sorry about that. Dragons with the early first punch.
Couldn't ask for a better start there. 37:46 is the time on the clock. Just over 2 minutes into this game. Dragons up 1-0 on the Broncos. That's Musica and Shane battling along the sideline there. Bachman's going to try and regroup. Picked away by Studley. Inesco's going to send it in for Teft. Teft skimming it. Goalie's going to recollect that. That's smart there and keep in net for the Broncos.
Ethan, I just want to say that was an incredible goal call there. I'm sure that will be seen all across social media in the coming days, of course. Brunswick High Sport Network Instagram account at BUX Sportsnet. You can follow us there for clips and post-game interviews.
It's a good reminder, Robert, if you're tuning in, that big red subscribe button. We would love it if you would hit that. that helps support our journey here in covering Brunswick High School athletics. Teft here with a chance. He's going to bring it back, and that is Emma Michaud. Going to kick it wide for Kowski. Kowski with some strong defense on her now. Tries to force it in. Decides to regroup there with Hall. Regained there by the Broncos. Almost should have brought the binoculars here today, Robert. It's difficult to see across the field.
Normally in basketball, we got like maybe 20 yards between us and the court. Here we got a huge sideline. We got a track. We got the whole stands way up here, high above the field. We'll decipher what we can, folks.
And be a player for sure. Again, the Dragons coming into this game pretty hot. They had a 6-game winning streak until they lost to the Eagles of Ararat last week in a tough 3-2 loss. Feeling confident, though. They are currently in 4th. If they do win this game, they will head up to Bangor, which might be a little daunting for them. That is where their season ended last year in a game versus Bangor. So that'll be interesting to see. That is if the Dragons can get through the Broncos and get business done here in the first round. Kowski battling through there on the sideline. Trying to swing it in, trying to get some chances here. Here's Nault. Nault with some space. Trying to cross it in. Cleared away by the Broncos. Kowski, tenacious attacker here. She'll find Cantrell. Cantrell trying to force back to Kowski. Can't find her. Here's Ball here. Ledwick. Ball's got it. She's going to send that one deep. On sides there. Reynolds is giving chase here. That's Studley for the Broncos. Push there. No call there by the refs. Some good contact. Reynolds and Studley battling. Ledwick's going to clear that away. Rain going to try to send that back in out of bounds.
Ethan, that's the first time in the whole 6 minutes that this game has been going on so far that the Broncos have had the ball on offense. Good defense there by Reynolds to shut it down. 34-30 to go here in the first half, and it is 1-0 Dragons. Of course, we do not have the scoreboard up and running right now, but we will in the future. I'll make sure to remind throughout the game.
It was Ledwick there on the goal kick. To have her take that instead of the Brunswick keeper, Jillian Countway. Notably, this is Jillian Countway's first year of high school soccer and instantly got the starting job. She is a senior. Plenty of friends on the team used to play soccer. Good athlete, plays hockey as well. So that'll be another thing to watch here with a new keeper here for the Dragons. Dragons team definitely hurting from some big star power that they lost at the end of last season, Robert.
Yes, of course.
Lacey Palmer, Alexis Morin, and the younger Morin, Juliana Morin, who was the goalkeeper, took her talents to Cushing Academy.
Yeah.
So interesting to see how the Dragons are going to deal with that. Again, I haven't seen a lot of footage this year, but again, coming into the playoffs, this 4th seed, definitely a strong team for sure.
Yeah, Juliana Morin, of course, a great basketball player as well. I believe that is a sport that she is playing at Cushing. Is that correct, Ethan?
I would assume so, yes.
Yes, so she's playing 3 sports. Kaz.
Hey, Kaz here. Juliana Morin is playing all 3 sports at Cushing Academy. She's playing her goalie position in soccer, basketball, and softball as well, and she has informed Brunswick students that she is on scholarship for all 3 sports. So big congratulations to her, making it big out there.
Here's Studley with a chance down the sideline, getting near the end line. She's just going to let that one out, take the corner here. First corner of the night, 32 remaining in the first half.
Of course, Ethan, she is not the first Dragons athlete to take their talents to Cushing Academy, as we have a corner kick in here.
That's going to be Teft on the ball, getting it out. Shot in, and it's going to be wide.
Gage Senecal, an amazing boys lacrosse player who left last year to play at Cushing. Juliana Morin will also be missed for the girls basketball team, but of course, BHSN will be covering plenty of those games this winter, so that's why make sure you're subscribed. We'll have boys hockey, boys basketball, girls hockey, and girls basketball this winter right here on Brunswick High Sports Network. 31:50 to go here in the first half, still 1-0 Brunswick.
Also, another player that departed Brunswick for Cushing Academy, Junior Bioko, a few years ago. Pretty good boys soccer player. So, plenty of Dragons leaving, but still plenty of really strong athletes on this team this year. Micho's throw-in. That's Micho with the ball. He's going to find Bachman. Bachman battling down there, going to lay a shoulder. Musica's going to cross that in and deflected away by Smart. Broncos going to clear that out. Here comes Studley.
That's exactly what I talked about, Ethan. Just will Smart be able to hone in those catching the ball on the saves, or will she generate rebounds? That time, she generated a rebound. Dragon's not there to clean up the garbage, though. Broncos able to clear it.
Here's LaPointe. Point pass intended for Studley. Finds Nolt for the Dragons instead. Bachman with it now. Back to Nolt. Nolt's going to try to have one down the line. Deflected. Here comes Cantrell with some speed. Trying to battle around the Broncos defender. She'll try and keep that in, and she is pushed down. Face ended up in the track area. Cantrell slow to get up. Ref's going to have a talking to with number 33 for the Broncos. It's Madeline Hellum.
Of course, you heard the loud cheer there from the Dragon student section. Very nice turnout here. I think, Ethan, that's largely boys soccer players. Of course, tomorrow night at what time is that, Ethan?
It'll be at 6 p.m., Robert.
6 p.m. right here on Brunswick High Sports Network. The boys soccer team will face off against Mount Ararat in the first round of the boys soccer playoffs.
Have an injury stoppage here. Both teams gonna use this time to regroup. About 30 minutes left in this half. The game's still very fresh. Momentum very strong in the Dragons' direction.
Really?
That's Chloe Watson, number 14, slow to get up and helped off the field for the Broncos.
Good to see both teams' athletic trainers helping her off there. Krista Henley for Brunswick coming over to help. Not what you want to see out here, Ethan. We'll hope that Watson will be okay.
Broncos going to have the kickoff to that injury. Trying to find Studley long. Offsides called there by the sideline ref.
I actually did know that was offsides, believe it or not. I would have known that, Ethan. I know a thing or two about the game of soccer. The world's game, I believe they call it. Is that correct?
Would be true, and one could say Brunswick's game as well. Brunswick notorious for having some really strong Brunswick soccer programs at the high school here. Boys had a state championship just a few years ago. Girls have tasted it, both teams. Boys team with the 3rd seed going into playoffs, girls with the 4th seed, both with a chance to make a run at the gold ball this year.
Yeah, that was in 2022. Both the girls and boys teams played. I think they both played Scarborough on the same day, both in the state championship. Boys won, of course.
Corner kick here for Nolt.
Who scored that game-winning goal in that boys soccer state championship game, Ethan?
Memory is kind of foggy. Might have been some guy named Luke Patterson.
Luke Patterson.
Maybe.
Any relation?
No.
Okay. 28:40 to go here in the first half. 1-0 Brunswick.
Smart take the goal kick here. He's going to send that long, contested by Bachman. Skips over Nolt, battling now there along the sideline. Shane's going to try and clear it. Here's Kowski with it now for the Dragons. Kowski turning back. She's going to find Bachman. Bachman trying to chip it up for Teft. Teft is there, but Smart has grabbed it. Crisis averged for the Broncos. Hall with a great touch there off the punt. And Inesco is going to send it back in. Dragons really looking for number 10 there. Molly Teft trying to battle for that, but Smart is able to grab it.
That's the hardest thing for a soccer goalie, Ethan, is deciding when to come out to get the ball or when to stay in the net and try to make the save. It was a great decision there by Smart. Go out there, grab the ball, prevent Teft from putting in her second of the night.
Broncos having a little bit of joy here on the long ball. Chance there is kicked away by Inesco there. Strong center back for the Dragons. Cross in here for the Dragons, harmlessly away. Here's Musica. Going to try to find Teft once again. Michaud. Back to Inesco for the clear. Nolt battling. Studley's going to come away with it. Kicked away by Michaud. Back to Nolt. Nolt with a nice turn there, but falls into the hands of the Broncos. Trying to force it through there to Ball, but it comes away. Here comes Michaud the other way. Stopped by some strong defending by Palmer in the middle. Bachman now. Foot race between Studley and Reynolds. Ball's going to fall out of bounds. Broncos throw in here. Trying to find Ball down the sideline. Ball coming into the 18. She'll have a hit into the middle. That is going to fall away. Good defending there by Riley Hall as she clears that out. Musica to Michaud, give and go. Musica with some speed is going to head down the sideline. Once again, finding Teft. Ball cleared away. Reynolds to send it back in. Inesco going to send it wide for Nolt. Knocking around in the midfield.
Down to 26 minutes left in the first half here at Brunswick High School. Still 1-0 Dragons off that goal 6 minutes into the game by senior Molly Teft.
Late offsides call there for the Broncos. They're definitely pushing the limits there, trying to find the big ball, trying to beat the Dragons' backs with speed. So far hasn't been working, but that seems to be their only way of attack right now, Robert. Ledwick with the kick from the 40. She'll get it in. Here's Kowski chasing. Ball bouncing around. Nolt's in a foot race here with Shane on the sideline. Shane, some good ball protection to win the throw in there for the Broncos.
Yeah, it's a beautiful basketball style. Saving that ball from going out of bounds. Hampden ball, but longer.
Here's Michaud. Michaud, a freshman, the only freshman playing in this game for the Dragons so far. Michaud going to come out in favor of Cantrell. Cantrell back into the game after falling earlier. Good to see her back.
Good for the Dragons, number 3, Natalie Cantrell.
Nolt going to go short to Bachman. Cleared back. Again, Broncos really just trying to force it down the line. Teft going to skim that over. Could have been called for an offsides there. Close that the refs aren't going to call that one. Good turn there by Kowski. Kowski turning once again. Playing in for Teft. Knocked aside there by number 32, Natalie Saran for the Broncos. Ball in, looking for Bachman, cleared away. Dragons throw. Incoming Gracie Howland, another freshman for the Dragons. She's going to replace all there on the back in the right.
23-35 to go here in the first half, and it's still, once again, 1-0 Brunswick. Ethan, outside of that one rush that Hampden had maybe about 10 minutes ago, they really have not had the ball on offense at all. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's really been all Dragons here to start. A couple attempts just to send the ball in, called offsides. Broncos really struggling to get anything going here. Countway in net for the Dragons hasn't had to make a save yet. A couple shots have gone harmlessly to the side. As beautiful ball there played by Musica. Teft's going to try to run on it. Swiped away there by Smart.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play by Smart there. Coming out to pick that ball away would have been a very high scoring chance for the Dragons.
That was Nolt with some tech there along the sideline. Ends in a foul with push in the back. Broncos coming the other way now. First touch there made by Ledwick as the Broncos are offsides once again. Possession still with Brunswick, so they're going to leave that one. Bachman battling with Studley there. Studley, a sophomore for the Broncos, seems to be one of their favorite options. That ball poked outside by Hellam. Nolt looking for Teft. Bounces away. Here's Hellam dribbling through the midfield. She's going to try to find Ball. Ball running on in a foot race with Ledwick. Ledwick able to poke that one outside. Let the Dragons recover.
Smart play there by Ledwick. Just kick that ball out of bounds. Let the Dragons defense reset. Hampden trying to get something going on offense that they really just have not had at all in the first 20 minutes here. 21-30 to go in the first half. 1-0 Brunswick.
Premature throw in there is going to get called back for some subs. It's going to be 15 Morgan Barnhorst. Another freshman, yeah. Dragons certainly with some diverse age talent here. Trying to get everybody some experience in the playoffs. And she took out Nolt there on the left wing. Ball's going to try to find Studley. Studley with some speed, trying to split the defend. Kicked away there by Ledwick. Here's Reynolds to try to keep it in. It's going to come off. Studley ends up in the hands of Ledwick, or in the feet, I should say. Ledwick's clear is sent back in. Here's Barnhorst for their first touch of the game. Ledwick once again struggling to get that ball over the half. Studley to Ball. Ball's going to play Studley down the line. Studley with some room. Closing in is Barnhorst. Studley's going to play it in. Nobody there. Back post run there by Palmer. It's going to fall away. That's the third shot by the Broncos that has gone nowhere near the net. Again, Countway untested tonight so far for the Dragons.
It'll be Ledwick here to kick off. Dragons had that early goal 6 minutes in by Molly Teft. Now trying to get something more going.
Big kick there by Ledwick's going to find Teft. It's going to be poked out of bounds there by the Broncos. Another substitution for the Dragons. Number 6, Riley Hall. Again, Broncos have not made a substitution yet besides that injury to number 14, Chloe Watson. It'll be interesting to see as the game goes on. Dragons definitely trying to stay more fresh.
Yeah, they have a slightly smaller bench, I would say, than the Dragons, but still pretty similar
between two teams.
Ray Hall coming in for the Dragons, placing Howland, number 12. Push there, called on Kowski for the Dragons. Bachman is there through. I find two Broncos runners trying to get some offense going. Here's Cantrell. Cantrell's going to play it through. Teft running onto it. She's going to shoot it, and that is going to hit the field goal.
Wow.
Field goal is no good, but a good attempt there from the Dragons.
Ethan, if that had gone through the uprights, would it have counted for 3 points or no?
You know, it's a good question, Robert. It would be the first field goal by a Brunswick athlete on this field this season. Would have loved to see that. Not sure the refs would agree with that, but definitely would be exciting. Know the boys' soccer team would be very good if field goals counted for 3. Ball played in there by Anesco. Smart there to collect it once again. Smart been busy tonight. That punt off the shoulder of Barnhorst. Barnhorst, youngest of 3, an older brother, Chase, player on the Dragons team, as Teft has a chance here at the top of the 18, cleared away. Bachman's there, going to try to regroup out wide for Barnhorst. Barnhorst battling with Shane there. Studley's got it. Studley's going to try ball running. Ball with some speed. Ledwick closing in on it first, though, once again. Throwing for the Dragons, another sub here. Emma Michaud back into the game. He's going to give Musica a break over there on the right wing.
16:38 to go in the first half. 1-0 Dragons. Lone goal scorer remains Teft 6 minutes into the game.
Dragons moving the ball around there on the right side. It's going to end up with the Broncos throw near the 40. Ball kicked out there by Michaud. Broncos struggling to possess the ball in the midfield tonight. Again, gets wide. Big ball played in there looking for Cantrell. Once again, knocked away by the center backs. That ball is surely offsides. Sideline ref had the flag up. Dragons coming away with possession. Good call there as Taft now has a chance. She's going to trying to find Cantrell. Cantrell knocks away from Smart. And the referee is going to have none of that.
Yeah, that looked like a beautiful effort there by Cantrell. Knocking the ball. Once again, talked about Smart gaining possession for the Broncos in the crease in order to prevent the Dragons' offensive opportunities. She grabbed it there. Cantrell had we are on a football field, so you'd think running into the goalie to knock the ball out and then scoring the goal would be a good method, but I do believe that is illegal here.
Here's Studley. Studley's going to find the bottom corner, but Countway's there for her first save of the night. Again, 25 minutes in, and we're going to see how her punt is looking. Again, she's going to try to find Teft. Broncos able to get ahead on it. That's Higgins over there for the Broncos. Able to win that throw in. Kicked away by Anesco. And soccer, contact on the goalie, very frowned upon. Difficult to find a ref in this league that's going to allow that kind of play. Good team laying down the law early here.
Of course, all sports in this state are in need of officials. If you are interested they would love to have you. We appreciate our officials here on Brunswick High Sports Network.
Always. As we say, our favorite saying, Robert, the refs are always right. There's no disputing it.
I have never, if the refs were wrong, why would they be refs? That's what I say, Ethan.
Exactly.
So they're always right. That's just how it is.
Countway is going to take the goal kick for a change. Finds Cantrell. Cantrell is going to try to find Teff. She does. Here comes Kowski charging through the middle. Poked away there. Back. Bounces off the ref. Gives Studley for the Broncos a chance. Here comes Ball. Ball with some speed. Reynolds chasing. Ball to the net. Countway's going to come out and chase it. Stopped there by Countway. Off to the side for a throw. Great decision there by Countway, Robert. Really first test of the night for her.
That is, I know Taft had the goal earlier, but that is the Dragons' best highlight of the night. Beautiful save there by Countway on by far the best scoring opportunity for a Broncos offense that has only had 2 shots in the first 28 minutes.
Ball crossed in, knocked away. Kowski going to try to clear that out of the 18. Here's a chance for Ball, kicked away. And here's a Bronco, stopped by Kowski. Kowski going to finally clear it. Dragons fans getting into this one here.
Ethan, Ella Higgins had a great look on that shot. I believe Countway was not in position to make that save, so it was deflected by the Dragons defenders in order to stop that goal. Great defensive play. "12 minutes to go now in the first half.
Tenacious defending there by Reynolds. Some pushing and shoving there. Refs can make them give a hug, apologize. This is high school sports, high school playoffs. Expect to see a little bit of competition, some physicality. Good to see the ref taking control of the game here. It's going to end up with a kick here. It's going to be Ledwick that's going to take it.
11:20 to go in the first half. You know what they say, Ethan? As the weather gets colder, the games get hotter.
Nolt with a chance here. She's got a strong left foot. She's going to try to put it in. It's going to go off a Bronco there. Ref's going to change their mind actually on that one, saying it went off Nolt.
And Ethan, if they say it went off Nolt, then it went off Nolt. That's just the end of the story.
Exactly. Kowski tried to jump around the point there to get the ball. Ended up falling to the ground. Again, of course, the referee is right. Not if I was a referee, I would make that call. But as Brunswick High School Sports Network, we would enjoy Brunswick winning this game. We'll take that call. Inesco going to try to put it in on the top of the 18. Ball comes out right back to her. Hall on the right. Whiff comes back to Ledwick. Looking for Teft. Teft is taken down from behind by number 32, Natalie Saran. Free kick incoming here, about the 25-yard line. Again, about 35 yards to the goal. Bachman's going to take this one.
Dragon student section remains very loud. Of course, mainly consisting of the boys soccer team that once again has a game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Bachman's shot. And that is in! Absolutely beautiful. Hazel Bachman from 35 yards out, off the crossbar, off the goalkeeper, and that ball bounces in. Dragons with a 2-0 lead here with 9:35 remaining in the first half.
Well, the aforementioned student section is going crazy. Dragons have all the momentum. Hampden will try to answer, but you can feel the energy in this place shifting towards the black.
Again, any momentum the Broncos had there from a couple of chances just wiped away there by Bachman's free kick. Seniors seem to be the X factor here for the Dragons so far. 2 goals by seniors, Molly Teft and Hazel Bachman, each with 1 apiece. There's Nault, a junior, trying to sneak it through to Cantrell. Big clear there from the right back into the middle. Inesco's there. She's going to try to send it in for Teft. Hellam there, going to grab it. Teft through the middle. Teft with the shot. Smart, able to deflect that up and over the bar.
Yeah, that's a great save there. Leading goal scorer for the Dragons. One earlier. Beautiful shot, but Smart able to get her hands on that and knock it over. Is that going to be a corner kick there for the Dragons? Yes, it will.
Looks like it'll be off the hands of Smart. Teft, multiple hat tricks this season. Again, they're going to be looking for her here on the corner. Bachman, who just had that free kick, going to take it as the Dragons come charging in. It falls to Teft. Shot on net, saved by Smart, bouncing away. Teft still battling for it. And it's going to be called a corner.
Another back-to-back great saves there by Lauren Smart, the captain goaltender. Did generate the rebound there, but Dragons unable to cash in, but they'll get the
Here's Nault
back-to-back.
with the lefty corner, back corner, looking for Teft, as expected. Some good defending there. It's going to go off Teft and be a goal kick. Incoming, Ellie Musica back onto the right wing. She'll replace Ellen Michaud. Again, back and forth. About 3rd time that they have switched positions here. Again, Dragons subbing significantly more so far. Although we do see 2 Broncos coming in on the sideline. Cross into Kowski. Knocked away. Hall's going to send it back in. Bachman now here. Bachman out to Nault. Nault battling through 2 defenders. Studley's going to come away with it. Studley turning back over to Shane. Here's Ball up top. Ball trying to find number 15, Ella Higgins, who is offsides. Third time tonight, the offensive, or I should say offsides trap, has been successful for the Dragons. Again, as we've seen, Broncos trying to force the ball over the Dragons' back line. Here goes Teft. Knocked away outside there by number 27, Lucy Withy.
Looks like Hampden Academy, 34 minutes into the game, are going to make their first substitution. They'll send in Kaylee Fournier and Paige Richard, a captain, one of those 5 captains for the Broncos.
They're going to take out Ball and Studley, really the only 2 who have been able to create some offense for the Broncos. I believe there may have been one earlier substitution that we missed, as the younger Higgins, Ella Higgins, number 15, is in the game. She's out there on the left, up top for the Broncos. Shane's clear is going to fall into the midfield as Kowski and LaPointe are battling for it. LaPointe's going to send it back for Hellam as the ball slips behind Reynolds. Here come the fresh legs for the Broncos. Well defended there by Ledwick. Ledwick's going to send it into the Broncos bench.
Great defense there by Solveig Ledwick, of course, one of the best hockey players on the girls hockey team. And I will remind once again, subscribe to Brunswick High Sports Network for hockey and basketball games all winter.
Throw in, knocked out by Reynolds. Advances a couple yards down the line. This throw is going to come all the way in the 18. Reynolds is there. And Broncos going to take it away. A shot possibly coming, but once again, Kowski is able to clear it. Again, not what she intended. It's going to come in for a corner. But Kowski been able to clear away loose balls in the 18 tonight. Ella Higgins, number 15, the younger Higgins, on the corner. That's going to come in to the penalty spot. Bounced off a few Broncos under the referee, and that ball is cleared out but sent back in. Inesco tried to clear that, but that'll be another corner here for the Broncos.
Ethan, that just highlights why we appreciate referees so much here in Brunswick High Sports Network. Beautiful athleticism to hop over that soccer ball and let the girls play.
This corner sent in. It's going to land on about the 6. Nobody there, back post. Out of bounds. Off the head of the back post runner there for the Broncos. Shane, their right back. Ledwick back onto the goal kicks here. She's going to go short, find Reynolds. Reynolds looking for Bachman. It's going to fall through. Here's Cantrell. Nolt able to keep that in. Back to Reynolds. Passing around dangerously in the back here. Kowski with a beautiful turn. Able to get around the point. Kowski looking for Teft. She'll find her. Teft able to come away with that one. Teft once again hammering that into the back line for the Broncos. And the ball is somehow once again on her feet. Dribbling through two. Teft will draw the free kick.
Of course, the Dragons scored on the last free kick with Hazel Bachman. She'll try again.
This one about 5 yards closer than the one that she knocked in off the crossbar, off the goalie and in. See if she still has some magic left over for this one. Bachman with a strike, trying to find a runner back in. Smart going to cover that one.
Great save there by Lauren Smart. If you're just joining us here, we have 2 minutes to go in the first half. It is 2-0 Dragons, goals by Bachman and Teft.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Reynolds looking to send that down the line for Nolt. Broncos with another throw in here. Nobody there, but the Dragons falls back into feet of a Bronco, and here's Molly Teft found by Cantrell. Teft dancing, looking for Musica. Knocked away there by Palmer. Ball comes back to Ledwick. Ledwick going off foot there with the left. She'll find Nolt for the clearance. Hall can send that into the midfield. Bachman is there. Bounces away for Withy on the Broncos. Takedown there. He's going to come against Musica with 1 minute remaining in this first half. Again, no extra time. This is high school soccer, so as soon as the buzzer sounds, this half will be over. First to it once again. She'll kick that wide. Late sub, 30 seconds left. Incoming Zoe Higgins. Throw looking for the middle. Higgins going to try to put that on net. Countway is there. 15 seconds remaining in the first half.
Pretty good shot there by Higgins to bend that ball on net, but Countway makes the easy save. Now under 10 seconds to go.
Again, might as well. Looks like time is going to run out here on the Dragons throw-in. Strong start for the home-seeded number 4. Home 4-seeded Dragons. 2-0 lead. Goals from Molly Teft about 2 minutes into the game. And a beautiful free kick goal from Bachman about 25 minutes in. We will be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. Again, this is Class A North girls soccer action. need the computer?
I don't. Do you?
No.
Welcome back here to second half action of Brunswick Girls High School Soccer Playoffs. Dragons lead the Broncos of Hampden Academy 2-0. Ethan, pretty one-sided first half, I would say.
Yeah, Broncos found a little bit of joy there. About a 10-minute stretch, they had some chances going. But then Bachman nailed that free kick there, and that pretty much shut it down. Been all Dragons since then.
Here's Higgins kicking it out of bounds into the Dragons bench. Fighting for it here is Mishu. Taft trying to get to it. Broncos will clear for the moment. Fighting for it now is Inesco for the Dragons. Higgins for the Broncos will kick it up the field, taken back over by Nault for Brunswick. Still fighting along that 40-yard line of the football field. Will go out of bounds and be Bronco ball. I believe they had 2 shots in the first half. Does that sound correct, Ethan?
Yeah, 2 on net, and they only one was really challenging for Countway. Had to make a last-minute decision to come out and stop the run from Ball. Other than that, been pretty quiet for Countway here tonight.
Ball bounds back towards the Dragon zone. Big fall there by a Bronco. Ethan, I don't know if I can see the number from here. Looks like she's all right.
Yeah, it looks like it might be number 10, Studley for the Broncos. Really strong player, a sophomore.
It's going to be Bronco ball here. They'll look here for the free kick. Dragons, of course, scoring on a free kick in the first half. Here it is, over the line, and gets to Countway, who falls. That's going to be offsides, Ethan.
Yep, run started a little bit too early there. For Higgins, the younger of the two, Higgins, a sophomore. Offside has definitely been a problem for the Broncos. I'm sure that was a message at halftime. Again, they were offsides 3 times on good scoring chances. So I'm sure coaching staff would be frustrated about that one, as Dragons going to come the other way here.
Cantrell looking up the field will be taken over there by Saran for the Broncos. Here's Kowski. Kowski gives it back. Here fighting. And Mishu trying to get to it for the Dragons. Broncos trying to get it back with Richard. Ball will be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos.
Yeah, been an exciting battle over there all day between Reynolds and Studley. Excited to see that matchup through the rest of the game here.
37 minutes to go here in the second half of action here at Brunswick High School. Shot here will bounce and be stopped by Countway. Asher Fouché joining us here in the press box. Asher, what can you tell us about tomorrow's boys soccer playoff game?
It's going to be a very exciting match. 2 rivals facing off for the 3rd time this season, so it's going to be a thriller for sure.
Yeah, again, Dragons 2-0 on Mount Ararat Eagles. Should be an exciting one as...
I believe that might have gotten us on the Wi-Fi. I wonder if... Oh, and then immediately fixed it. Ethan.
Oh, should have started with that.
Ethan is Patterson, one of the greatest members in Brunswick High Sports Network history. I don't know if the feed is zoomed in right now or not, or if that's just on my end. Ethan Patterson, brilliant move there. I believe got us on the Wi-Fi. With the free kick is Inesco. Inesco on net, headed into the net. Dragons take a 4-0 lead. Falling down was smart. Dragons have their third goal off a free kick on the night, Ethan. Just in time to be filmed.
Dragons goal scored in a scrum.
We'll try to get the video evidence to see who exactly it was. I believe it was Eva Kowski there heading it into the net. Our stream was zoomed in, so you can't really see it. But you can trust me. We've had a lot of technical difficulties. Folks, as we have a couple more people joining here, you might have seen the stream finally work again. There is, for a while, there was no Wi-Fi. Oh, we're up to 7 people now, Ethan. They're starting to flood back in. Yeah, there was no Wi-Fi here for a while. Ethan Patterson goes on a hunt and is able to track down that Wi-Fi password. We're back on the air. Since you guys last came on, we had a goal by Teft and a goal there by Eva Kowski. 4-0, Dragons, 9:14 to go in the second half.
Yeah, you may have caught that there on the bottom left of your screen. The Hampden Academy bench has received a yellow card. First yellow card of the game. I believe that was the head coach there. So another yellow, and he will be out. Again, I haven't heard a lot of yelling, so a little confused about the call there. Possibly some complaining about the contact on the goalie there on that last goal. But Hampden Academy bench, head coach, has received a yellow card.
Folks, I'm still a bit confused on why everything is zoomed in so much. I do wonder if all of that other stuff did get recorded. It did not. So sorry about that, folks, but we got the Wi-Fi now, so everything's looking okay. Here's an opportunity for Hampden. It will be stolen by Ledwick. Ledwick up the field for Bachman. Bachman across midfield will be taken over by LaPointe. Chasing after it, I believe, is Higgins. It will go very slowly out of bounds. Dragons will sub on Morgan Barnhorst and Lacey Dinsmore. 8 minutes to go here in the second half. If you're one of those people joining back in, it is 4-0 Dragons. You missed goals by Eva Kowski and Molly Teft. Both very similar goals, Ethan. Both were free kicks that were then found right in front of the net and headed in by Teft and Kowski, respectively. Along the 40-yard line will be taken over by Higgins for the Broncos. Now back here with Teft. Teft up the field. Nice pass to Kowski. Kowski looking, trying to get her second opportunity. Beautiful save and clear by Lauren Smart. She's played well in net tonight, Ethan, I believe. She's let in 4 goals, but she has made a lot of impressive saves, I believe.
Yeah, definitely been tested here. Not a lot she can do on some of those goals. Probably going to credit her with the first goal. That one bounced off of her back, off the crossbar. But overall, played pretty well tonight. You know, she's been challenged, unlike the Dragons netminder, Countway, who's had one quality attempt here.
Yeah, it was.
Otherwise, just picking the ball up as we see here. Not a lot of action for her tonight.
Of course, as Ethan mentioned earlier, first-year goaltender, Jillian Countway. Countway will collect it again.
Yeah, things seem to be getting pretty desperate here. That's number 15, Higgins, for the Broncos, just sending it in, not creating much. Easy save there for Countway.
If you're just joining back in, it is 4-0 Dragons off of second half goals by Kowski and Teft. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second half of this first round girls soccer playoffs. If the Dragons do, well, I guess it probably is not an if, but when this horn sounds, the Dragons will advance to play Bangor next week, Ethan.
Yeah, that'll probably be on Friday or Saturday. I assume Saturday. Yeah, the Dragons, it'll be a tough matchup for sure. Assuming the number 1 Bangor Rams come away with a win. Again, They're going to be playing Mount Blue. So it would take a big upset there, 1 seed versus 8 seed. So expect to see the Dragons up in Bangor on Saturday.
Do we make the trip, Ethan? We shall see. But, of course, we do know of at least one more broadcast of BHSN this week, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Brunswick boys soccer faces off against Mount Ararat for the first round of the boys' playoffs.
Into the game for the Broncos, number 30, Paige Richard, and number 26, Kirsten Shane.
Throw in for Hampden Academy. Reynolds with a little hip check there. Ball bounding towards the net for the Broncos, chasing after it. There is Helen. Helen fighting for it along the end line. Will go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick there for the Broncos. It'll be Richard to make this one. That will go out of bounds. We'll get some more substitutions here for the Dragons. Off go Taft, Dinsmore, and Kowski.
Flurry of Dragons coming in there. 4 total. 2 of those who came off, Teft and Kowski, possibly their last time playing a soccer game on this field. Again, 3 minutes left. They will likely not have a home game for round 2.
Chance here for Nolt. Smart coming way out. Nolt will fire and score. Madison Nolt makes it 5-0 Dragons.
Icing on the cake here for just a really strong game tonight. Strong showing. October 3rd, these two teams played right here. 5-2. Dragons have improved that. 5-0. Possibility of more goals coming. But again, a really strong start. Head coach Kevin Bachman going to be really happy about this one as they head into their game against a really tough Bangor team.
That'll be a real test next week. Ethan at number 1 seeded Bangor. Dragons, of course, we mentioned, had a 6-game winning streak. That was ended by a loss in their last regular season game. Good to see them get some momentum back as they head into that tough one. Into the offensive zone for Hampden with 3 minutes to go as they try to just add something here in their last game of the season here. Of course, we are in the postseason. Bachman will find Music looking upfield. Nobody home. Hampden will send that ball out of bounds as the defense will reset. Hampden looking to get something going here. Firing back towards the sideline here. Higgins will go out of bounds. Nolt, who just scored to make it 5-0. Want to throw it in. Fighting for it now is Parham. Taken back over by Hampden Academy. Here's Higgins. Higgins will be hit. And now here's Bachman looking up the field. A little too far for Parham. And once again, Lucy Withy will send that one out of bounds to get the defense reset. 2 minutes to go here now in the not in the fourth. Fourth quarter has been up there instead of as opposed to the second half. That's interesting. Kaz Kaczynski leaving us now. Kaz, big game tomorrow, man.
We're feeling awesome. Let's kill the Rats.
Asher Fouché, any other words from you?
Asher
No
Fouché,
words.
a man
Speechless.
of a few words.
you might see him this year on some basketball games this winter on Brunswick High Sports Network. Ledwick, I believe that ball collided with the official. Of course, Ethan, once again, that's why we appreciate our refs so much.
Yeah, really not his fault there.
Putting themselves in the line of fire, standing tall through that collision with the soccer ball. Good to see he's okay. Final minute of action here in this first round playoff matchup. Dragons up 5-0.
Do we have an announceable date for next year?
Ledwick chasing after. Here's a shot save made by Countway as she falls. Probably the second best scoring chance the Broncos have had all game, and Countway has saved both of them. Her punt will bound out of bounds. Musica tried to save it to no avail.
Yeah, it took the Broncos 80 minutes to get a second strong scoring chance. Countway looked really strong tonight despite not getting a ton of action. Really commanding back there, but really strong defense, shutting out the Broncos. It's been a highlight. Some good scoring chances, putting 5 goals on the board. Dragons really feeling enthusiastic going in the second round here.
Final seconds will tick off, and the Brunswick Dragons have won their first round playoff matchup 5-0. 2 goals by Teft and more by Kowski, Nault, and Bachman, respectively. 6 o'clock tomorrow. Brunswick Boys Soccer will play Mount Ararat. That game will be right here on Brunswick High Sports Network. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us. Dragons advance to play Bangor later this week. Thank you so much. Ethan Patterson, Robert Bowen, and Brandon Ware. Good night, folks.